At 6, crews are celebrating a short-term fix to a water main break that left nearly 500,000 people without water service all day long.
The big break affecting families in many cities, from Fort Lauderdale to North Lauderdale and even south to Davie. Water service is slowly being restored, but there's still a boil water order in place for many affected.
And our Local 10 news team is spread out to bring you the very latest today. Let's begin with reporter Glenna Milberg, who is live at the source of the problem right now. Glenna.
Calvin, one crew's mistake, and this was the size of the hole, 6 inches. Small in comparison, but in a critical water main there on the property of Fort Lauderdale's Executive Airport. It's the main that brings all of the raw, untreated water from the wells to the treatment plant that's going to treat it and then deliver it to consumers. That was the issue. After an all-day scramble, there is a patch in place that's holding, but the problem is not over yet.
The machines churned, the workmen cheered, the patch is holding. A bypass so water from the well fields could once again move to the city's 5-ash water treatment plant to be cleaned and distributed.
This problem didn't result from a defect in the infrastructure. Only the repair has.
It was one wrong move by an FP&L contractor repairing electrical lines at this site near the tarmac at Executive Airport Wednesday. The boring equipment hit a critical water main, putting a hole in the 3.5-foot wide concrete pipe.
The damaged pipe collapsed, necessitating that the water flow from the wells be shut off. At 11:30 a.m. today, the 5-ash water treatment plant has stopped providing service.
With 200,000 plus customers left high and dry, not only Fort Lauderdale, but all its surrounding cities, the scramble was on. They brought in a replacement pipe up from Kendall, but before they could put it in place, city crews had to find and close valves to shut the water flow, a tedious operation.
We can begin to pump raw water again to 5-ash, and then from that point on, it takes about 2 hours for 5-ash to get back up to production capacity.
And that is why, even though a lot of people listening may see their water start to flow again, it is critically important to know that that water might not be potable. And so there is a boil water order in effect for at least the next 48 hours. All right, that said, we did a little digging on the actual contractor whose crew made the mistake. And here is what we learned about the company called Florida Communication Concepts, contractor of FP&L. It's out of Wellington. It was incorporated in March, and there have been no official complaints against it. It does not have a contractor's license, but it doesn't really need one. Working for FP&L here, it's working under what's called a qualifier. That qualifier tells us out of Cape Coral that this was private property, I should say, and because of that there is no permit required according to this qualifier, and that the line wasn't marked. And that's interesting because in Fort Lauderdale City Hall today, the Public Works Director said that the crew did have a map of this whole area underground and the water line too. FP&L is here, it's their contractor, FP&L only saying that they are aware of what's going on and is investigating. And that is the latest here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Glenna Milberg reporting live, Local 10 News.